personal marketing strategy is the vehicle by which you can tell your story, visually and in content. A strategy by which you create a visually engaging presence in the market. One in which you develop a consistent package of documents and resources that speak your personal brand and set you apart from the crowd. Powerfully Communicating Me is a 3-part series helping you to uniquely communicate who you are in a job search. Unleash the power of your personal brand using BrandMe by developing unparalleled job search marketing materials using MarketMe that clearly tell your story. And finally, ensure your resume is top-notch with ResuMe. With employers' needs top of mind, let's get started powerfully communicating me. With a strong identity in your personal brand, use it to market yourself, to tell your story. Create tools that reflect the essence of who you are, not just what you've done. Marketing is hard. Well, to do marketing right anyway. You have to expose your brand and ideas to people in a way that gets them leaning in. Marketing also takes time. A personal marketing plan works when it's part of a well-thought-out brand, and when it's delivered in consistent documents, both in content and design. Your job search marketing strategy is an extension of your personal brand, the vehicle in which you connect and engage with employers. A robust strategy can be developed in 3 easy-to-manage steps. Step 1. Develop your logo. It's the little details that make you a better candidate than the next guy or gal. Stand out by designing a personal logo, a symbol of yourself to represent to prospective employers. The beauty of logos is they can be as simple or as complicated as you want them to be. You can go for the more detailed, planned out, strategically designed logo, or you can just go for a simple logo type. Logo types are just what they sound like, a logo that consists of a brand name written out in a certain typeface. Sometimes the typeface is adjusted in the same way, sometimes not. It sounds simple and boring, but logo types can be highly effective and are a definite time saver if you're not looking to spend a lot of time coming up with an illustrative logo. The key is to consistently represent your brand in one visual way. Logos help you brand your content quickly. So, make sure your name, or part of your name, is visible. Whether it's your initials or your full name, make it clear on your logo. You want people, specifically prospective employers, to be able to remember your name. The goal is to associate your name with what the employer is looking for and what you have to offer. A great logo is a simple logo. The key to a successful logo is that it gives a clear image of what you want to portray in the simplest way possible. If it has too many colors or frills, so on and so forth, it can be confusing and not very memorable. When you have your logo, put it everywhere. All you have to do is get it out there for a prospective employer to see and consistently remember you. Step 2. Develop your style. You can use color, font, and tone as building blocks to form a visual style that reflects your personal brand. Color is a powerful tool. Color can change perceptions about your personal brand, generate certain emotions and feelings, and essentially, it can make or break your design. So, take your time when devising a palette to suit your personal brand, and give yourself time to get it just right. The general rule of thumb when it comes to developing a color palette is to stick with 3 colors or less in order to keep your design clean and not too overwhelming. Just like with colors, you should also create a font palette. We know that too many colors can be overwhelming, but a common mistake is people not considering that the same rule applies to fonts. Try to limit your choice of fonts to as few as you possibly can. The sweet spot is typically 2 or 3 fonts. Take your time to choose your fonts well. Pairing 2 typefaces can be tricky, so pick 2 that either complement each other nicely or contrast each other sharply. Your design goes much deeper than outward appearance. In fact, It goes right down to the way you use words. Think of it like when you meet someone for the first time. You get to know much more about them and the way that they speak. You don't want a professional and sophisticated brand sending out emails that greets individuals with an intro line like, "Hey, what's up?" And likewise, you can't establish a fun, casual, friendly tone if you use words that are overly formal. So think about your tone in relation to your brand. If you're really ambitious, and I hope you are, capture all of your logo and style decisions in a personal style guide. At a minimum, use a style guide to note down each color in your palette, each typography you use, and the tone of your brand. So if you ever get stuck and forget what exact shade you meant to use, just refer back to your style guide and you'll be back on your way. Don't want to get that detailed with a style guide? Consider instead a style guide sheet that covers the basics. Step 3. Develop your content. Now pull your logo and style together to create the marketing resources you will need in your job search. That's your resume, cover letter, and any other supplemental resources that you're going to provide to an employer. These deliverables should include a stylized template for at least your resume and cover letter, along with any other document intended to complete a job package. Check out MarketMe for more detail on crafting content for your resume. But for now, let's focus on layout and design. Consistency in your documents is critical. To communicate your brands, your documents must be visually consistent. This will accomplish a couple of things. First, it will make your documents identifiable with one another. It will also reinforce your personal brand with the employer as they explore the package of materials you've submitted in application for a position. In the very simplest sense, consistency across job search marketing tools or the package of documents you provide to an employer can be accomplished by applying a common header or sidebar to your documents that includes your personal brand logo. Better yet, your style guidelines can accomplish uniformity among all of your document design choices. Apply your personal brand in your job search marketing materials consistently. Make sure your package of materials visually looks both appealing and like one another. It sends a strong message about you and your personal brand to a prospective employer.